am I? Unmapped territory for sure. But I'll bet Azarum found it long before I did.
Why does the gun in his holster look like shit? Probably because this is a game from '99. Okay, I'm just gonna get the fuck away from this waterfall because it's loud as fuck and I hate it. Okay. So, this is Olmec Valley, everybody. You obviously can't drop down there. You'll kill yourself. So we're gonna have to work our way down slowly. This is actually one of the longer levels in the game, and I think by just sheer area size, it could be the biggest. I'm not sure, but I think it might be. It's a huge open level, and it can be a little daunting to get started just because of how big it is, but once you get going, it's not too bad. So there's not a whole lot of like Russians in this level. They don't come in until toward the end, and even then they're pretty easy to deal with. You only have to fight them about once. There are a ton of snakes though, and there are the occasional jaguar that will run at you. And just like the wolves, you can't actually kill them. Most you can do is scare them off with a pistol. So to start, I'm actually just going to give you kind of a tour, I guess, of the whole level. That thing's coming after me again, isn't he? Piss off. Because there's actually a treasure that we need to get right at the very end of this valley. It's quite a walk there, though, so I may just speed this part up a bit so we don't take 6 minutes getting to where we need to go. It's actually one of the better designed levels in the game, too. It's quite nice. Get off the wall. For a game, like I said, like a game in '99...
Maybe I've gone too far.
Ignore when he says that. You haven't gone too far. For a game made in '99, this is actually pretty technically impressive. Cool. This level here for sure. It's way more technically impressive than anything in the first couple... Well, the first Tomb Raider game for sure. It's a lot more wide open, there's a lot better skybox, more scenery, stuff like that. We're almost there. I swear to God. Oh, shit.
Must be a pressure switch.
I didn't mean to step on that, but... You needed to anyway.
Whoops. I need something to hold this pressure pad down.
So that's going to be the majority of the level, is we need to find something to hold down those pressure pads so we can get across the bridge to the next section. And that's basically your main objective of this level, at least at the start, but we'll get to that in a minute. So this is where you're going to end up, at this big lake. It's actually pretty deep, but there are only 3 barracuda in here, or piranha, or whatever you want to call them. So you can hack the hell out of them. Hopefully they won't be too difficult. Come get some, boys. God, I hate this. They're such cowards. These stupid fish. They're such cowards. Come on. Piece of shit. Oh, you want some. Oh, you chickened out. Fuck, you turned and ran. Come on. You're not getting away from me that easily, you fuck. Kill him. Thank you. Okay. So the whole reason we did this is literally because there's a little cave or crevice in the rock there, and that's actually going to be your first treasure of the level, or at least it's my first treasure. I get this one first because I find if I don't get it first, I often forget about it. Once I'm doing everything else, I'll just completely forget that this thing is here. And it's also, depending on how far you get in the level, it can also be kind of hard to get back to. Because once you hit a certain spot, you don't actually come out into the valley anymore. You just stay inside like the mountains and just cross over the bridges. So it can be kind of tough to get back here after a while. But anyway, that's going to be your first treasure of this level, is those gold coins just in the lake there. So now we're going to want to head all the way back to the beginning of the valley and that first pressure plate we passed. because that's going to be the way to start. Once again, I may speed this up. Oh no. Please leave me alone, Jaguar. Ah, you fuck. I swear to God. These fucking animals will not leave me alone. This river is incredibly shallow for, like, what it should be. There should be no river that's this shallow and this wide. It's like a creek. Okay, so this is where we need to be. This is our first pressure plate. So we need to find something to put on this pressure plate. And as the observant may have noticed, there's a hole in the cliffside there with kind of like drag marks in the ground. So that kind of gives you a hint as to what to do. So the first place you're going to want to go is you're going to want to slash these vines in here and head into this area here. Just quick save it. I really hope this level doesn't glitch out on me. It was giving me some problems in my practice run with not saving properly and Indy getting stuck and not being able to move, so hopefully we avoid all that. That way to the left is actually the bridge, so it's not extended, so we can't go over there yet. So what you want to do is you want to come up this way and slash these vines, but get your revolver ready because there's another Jaguar in here. And there's actually going to be a cracked wall here that we can get into, and that's going to lead to our second treasure. Piss off! I'm trying to get treasures here. It's going to lead to treasure number 2, your silver idol here.
An idol.
So now we can continue on up these stairs. There's going to be a lot of platforming in this level as well. There's actually some fairly tricky jumps in this level too. Grab the ledge, you moron! Jesus Christ. Piece of shit. Well, that wasn't very good. That's not a good way to start. Just getting fucking mauled by the Jaguar. So that was my mistake. You should probably run onto this lower part here first. Oh my god, I didn't realize there was a thing there. Why would they do that? Fuck, that's dirty. But anyway, you want to end up on here, so you can jump across. Let's quick save that. That was terrible. It was not a good way to start. So you're going to get up here, and what you want to do is you're going to want to push this block inward. You obviously can't pull it because it's being stopped by those two edges there. Ah! And both his ankles would be dust, but oh well. So that is actually the block that we need to send down into the valley.
It's a monumental Olmec head.
The Olmecs.
That's who lived here in Azurum's day.
The old Olmecs. So as soon as you get off this trap, that thing is actually going to start sliding down the slope. You can't outrun it all the way to the end. What you're supposed to do is run into this little crevice here. And that's going to send that outwards to where we need to be.
Whoa.
But before we run out there, there is actually treasure number 3 behind the block.
Aha.
I have no idea why it plays that music here. There's nothing dangerous in this area at all. I don't know why. I don't know if it was an error or someone was just being funny, but it makes no sense for it to be there. So now you can just run outside and drop. Or just slide down the cliff face there. And then we can push this thing onto the pressure plate, which will extend the bridge.
Well, that ought to do it.
So now we go. Now we got her stretched out over the canyon. That sounded dirty. So we can take the bridge across to the next section. And that's going to be how the majority of this level works. Is you get to a different section, you're going to have to do a bunch of shit to extend the bridge. And then you move on to the next section. And our ultimate goal is, well, we're trying to reach a pyramid you'll see at the end of the level. but it's going to take a while. It's a longer level, like I said. So now we can cut across here. This actually offers some pretty good views of the valley as well, if you want to admire the graphics, the scenery. Those blocky graphics from '99, they were impressive in their day. Okay, so we get to part 2. This section here, that upper part leads to the gate, the bridge, so we can't do that yet, but what you want to do is come down here into this little crack, and you're going to find treasure number 4, some more gold coins just hiding in the back of the corner here. And then you're going to want to exit through this door here. Just make sure not to run straight off the edge of the cliff here. So now we're on a little outcropping, I guess, or a little ledge overlooking the left side of the valley, and there's going to be another little door in here. And there'll be a couple of snakes here for you to shoot as well. Just kind of around this area. How would no one have fucking discovered this before us? Like, I mean, I guess it is 47 or whatever, but, like, something this massive, like, I think someone would have found it by now. There'd be dig sites going on all over the place. So you're just going to want to dive in and pull this button here. Another lovely snake is there to greet us. There's a lot of snakes on this level, and that's actually a little bit of foreshadowing. You realize what I mean once we get to the end of the level. Nice skelly. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Okay. So you're going to get here, and the only way out is with a snake. Just hanging out by the exit. So you're going to find this block here. You can't pull it, so you have to push it into the wall. I think you gotta push it 3 times. Just because they want to be tedious. Okay. So there's another Olmec head. It works exactly the same way. You step on the pressure plate and it slides down once you get off.
I sense a trap.
I will tell you though, you see a little ledge there at the end. That ledge is a total trap. Do not go on it. If you jump to the ledge to escape this thing, it's going to slide right past you, and it's going to actually trap you in here. There's no way to actually get out if you do that. I don't know why they put the ledge there. It pisses me off, because I see that ledge, and I immediately think, hey, that's where they want me to go, but it's not. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to roll over that block, and you're going to want to run straight out. So I'm going to save here, because this can be a bit of a bitch. You're just going to want to do that. And the block's going to come sliding right out here. Because if you went to the ledge and you didn't do that, you would now be stuck in that little passageway, because you can't push this block anywhere from inside, and you can't push that other block from anywhere inside either. So you're literally just stuck. There's nothing to do in there. And it's just a glaring oversight, I guess, that they left in the game. And I don't know why that ledge is there in the first place. There's no treasures, there's no secrets, there's nothing. It's just annoyance. So now we got the second head out there, so you can head down here and push this one. Maybe this thing is gonna piss off! Jaguars hate me today. I must smell like meat or something to them. And he's got some raw meat in his pocket for some stupid reason. Hooray!
Well, that ought to do it.
Now we've extended the second bridge so we can get across. But oh god, this also brings more Soviets. They just pile up and load the cliff. Okay. Let's save it here. And unfortunately, you actually have to run all the way back to where we got in for the first bridge, because that's how you reach it. But you're going to come across some Soviets on the way there, for obvious reasons. This is actually, I should also say, the last time that you can get that treasure in the lake if you haven't got it already. After this part, we don't come back into the valley. It's just hopping back and forth between bridges. Shit. Okay. Get these guys guns. Semi-automatic pistol. Oh, sorry. So you can come this way and you'll see like how fucking many of them are over there. You do not need to go over there for any reason. Do not go over there. You're just gonna get yourself killed. There's no reason to go back to that starting area anymore. You just let the Russian guards just sit there and do their thing. There's nothing over there for you to get. I'm actually gonna heal up here a bit. Medicinal sprigs. So yeah, now we just gotta... Fuck, I forgot there were more guys in here. What the fuck? Ah! You heard me. Okay. Ooh, got a nice pump action shotgun now. Jesus. Whatever, I'll leave it for now. Okay, so we just gotta climb over this bridge here and head back the way we came. You can stare them all down. You'll get a better look at how many of them are right there. There's probably like at least a dozen guys just sitting there, and you can run over there, but you'll probably get yourself killed in the process, and there's absolutely no reason to. So just come back in here, ignore them, let them sit there and stew in their bullshittery. And climb up here where there's another snake. Lots of snakes. And now we can run across and we can get to the bridge.
What's this?
That would be a wall of vines, indeed. It's not that hard to figure out. Okay, so now we can go across the second bridge to this third section here. And this is when the platforming starts to get a little tough. It's not too bad, but these drops you really have to watch in this level, because sometimes there'll be stuff below you and other times there will not be. So just watch out for that. Ugh. Oh, there we go. I didn't even know guys showed up there. I must have totally missed them in my practice runs. Go back and get their guns, I guess. This guy had a submachine gun, so hell yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah, no, these guys... Oh, there's another dude. Fuck. I never even knew these guys showed up. This is garbage. Learning new things every day. I honestly had no idea those guys even popped up here. Last time I just whipped across and I just ran for it. I heard their voices, but I thought they were down below in the valley. Weird. Okay. Oh, that's something. Something learned. Okay, so once you deal with that shit, you come across here again. And you're actually going to see there's treasure all the way down at the bottom of the pit there. That's actually treasure number 5, I believe. But we gotta make the long way around because you can't obviously just drop down there. Can't drop down here either. Don't do it. It's too far of a drop. What you want to do is you're going to want to jump across to this thing, and then you're just going to want to run down these steps here, whatever the hell they are. Another snake down there for us. Crawl over this fallen pillar, and that's going to lead you back to the area where those gold coins were. With this big spire sticking up in the middle. I always think there should be something else in here, because it's such a wide open space, but it's just the coins. Save again. Okay, so now we can continue. Keep going. Continue on to the next section by climbing up these steps again. There's nothing over there in the grassy part, so you don't need to go there for any reason. He would be so fucking exhausted after just one of these levels. Like, holy shit. I like that they animated the sweat stains under his armpits. At least I think that's what they're supposed to be. Oh, whoops. That's not where I was even supposed to shimmy. No, the amount of like arm strength and leg strength this would take just doing one of these levels is ridiculous. He'd be like that guy from that Free Solo movie. Fuck, that was impressive. Okay, so now we can make our way down here. I think that's the last of the Russian guards, if I remember properly. I don't think they come after that. So you're gonna enter into this amazing room. This big pool in the middle. I think this was actually on like the box art of the game, if I remember right. It was on the back of the box. A screenshot. That ladder up there through that doorway, that takes us out of this area, but we don't have the bridge extended, so we can't do that yet. So what you're meant to do is you're meant to actually swim down under this hole here and up into here. I may have to turn down the audio because of that stupid waterfall again. And you're just going to have to make your way up these little ledges here. Standing jumps would do it. Just keep working your way up. And you're going to find a button up here, which is what you want to push, and that's going to shut off the water. Which in turn will, for some reason, make the pool disappear. I don't know why, because to my knowledge there's no exit hole at this point, but oh well. So you can drop down here, drop down to the lower level, and what you're meant to do is you're actually meant to push this head into this little hole that was left. I guess there is an exit hole, I guess. Okay, yeah, it does make sense to me now. I forgot that the door opened up when you push the button. That's the whole reason we pushed the button. It wasn't just to shut off the waterfall, it also opened this door in the wall which let all the water out. Makes sense, the game designers weren't total idiots. So you're just going to want to push this head into the gap left by the door when it opened up. And then, as you might have guessed, we're going to have to turn the water on to push that thing out. So to get back up and get out of this pit, you're going to have to push this block over a spot so you can access these wall holds here. Nope. There we go. And just take these back up to that same button. Just climbing walls. Geez, the Olmecs must have been amazing climbers if they just didn't even make ladders to anything. They just carved holes into the wall. Make your own ladders. That's the Olmec way. Now we can turn the water on and we'll push that thing back out again. Oof. I wonder if you went back outside to the valley if that waterfall would still be running. I wonder if they actually bothered to animate it not on or not. Be interesting to see. I just don't have the patience to run all the way back to the valley from here. I don't even know if you could get back. I think you could. Anyway. So now I've extended the third bridge and we can get across. Because that dropped onto the pressure plate exactly for us, which again is why you don't have to go back to the valley. Okay, so I don't think there's anything down there. It's just an open grassy field for some reason at the bottom. There's another couple of snakes up here. There's nothing over there as well. Just keep going up, following the path. Okay, when you come to this part though, there is another treasure. When you come to this column, there's actually going to be a little platform here, and you're going to want to go to the left. To this area, and you're going to find treasure number 6, some gold coins. There's a lot of gold coins in this level. There's a lot of gold coins in the game overall. Maybe they're just really easy to animate or something. I don't know. But anyway, now you can climb back up. Jesus, I always get nervous when the game does that. I think it's gonna like crash or bug or something. Oh, I guess it isn't a whipping part. It's just a jump. And keep moving forward. There's the whipping part. Again, there's like a little platform so you can crawl your way out of there, but there's nothing down there, so don't worry about it. Okay. Drop down in here on some unsuspecting snakes. And we're going to enter into a really cool temple. Sorry, just my phone going off. So the first thing you're going to want to do, it's actually a timed puzzle. And what we're trying to do here is you push that button down there by that door, and that's going to open up that door there. And we're going to have to jump all the way around this room to try and get to that door before it closes. But before we do that, there's actually some snakes down here we can shoot, and a treasure we can collect down here as well. So before we do anything, you're just going to want to go behind this altar real quick, and that's going to lead you to treasure number 7. There's actually some more gold coins. The Olmecs like their gold coins. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's going to open this door, and then this door is going to lead to another button that opens the door up top. So like I said, this door is timed, and I believe it's timed depending on your difficulty level, I believe. The higher difficulty level you're at, the higher... Shit. That's not the right way to go. The longer that... Fuck. Well, I think we fucked this one up, but we gotta get a treasure anyway. But yeah, like the higher difficulty level you're at, the shorter it's gonna be open for. So you're just going to want to run back across this room and kind of spiral upwards toward the door. I'll show you all the platforms here. I don't think we're going to make it since I fucked up that beginning so bad, but we can try. Go, go, go. And before we enter this door, there's actually going to be a treasure on the right here, and you're going to want to pick that up, or I guess you will if you getting treasures for this run. Before you jump back, oh, I guess we did do it. Nice. Usually if you get the treasure, the door closes before you get a chance to get in it, but maybe that's just at the higher skill levels. I did okay. So you're going to get here, and you're just going to want to push this. There's no animation, it just topples it. Now it closed on us.
Well, that ought to do it.
Damn right. So now we've got a bridge going across the gap. So we can go back down to that first door. Yes, you gotta walk all the way back down, unfortunately. But we're actually getting close to the end of the level here. Or, well, we're getting close to the last part of the level. I think I mentioned that this level actually has the third machine part in it, and that also means that it has the third boss in it as well. So we're gonna have to deal with that at the end here, and he is actually the hardest boss in the game, in my opinion. So we'll have fun with that. But we're getting close, actually, to that part. So now we can get across here. And we are almost right at the lake, I think. Okay, so we can make our way in here. And there's a nice whipping post for you. And then you're just going to want to crawl under this fallen pillar here. Okay. So before we do anything, you're just going to want to jump up on here and turn around and jump up on this little platform here. And that's actually going to lead to treasure number 9, some more gold coins hidden in
What
this
have we here?
nook. And then from here, you can try and make that jump to that little platform sticking out is what I usually do. And then you just slowly continue your climb to the top. It's pretty simple where to go. You can actually try and make the jump to the treasure from here as well, but I find the other way is easier. Okay, so try and jump toward this part sticking out. Don't jump forward, because you can make it, but it's pretty slim. There's not a whole lot of chance for error, so go the other way. Get out your revolver, because there's going to be yet more snakes up here. He wants to crawl over. And we have made it to the final section of the level. This is what we were looking for, the pyramid. And you get some really cool music. Very ominous music to go with what's about to come next. It's actually a pretty well done scene. I like it. But as you notice, there's another jaguar kind of roaming around in here. Hopefully he'll leave you alone. If not, shoot at him. Some medicinal herbs here. You'll probably need them at some point in the rest of the fight. There's nothing around the pyramid at all. I've literally... Oh, God damn it. Climb up the stairs. I've gone around the whole pyramid, around this whole area, looking for like medicinal sprigs and stuff, but there's nothing around it, to my knowledge. Just those medicinal herbs right at the very foot of the step. So you gotta climb each one of these steps individually, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but... And then you get up here, and it's a great view of the valley below. I guess there's a snake down there. There's a couple snakes if you want to shoot them, but I don't really care. Here's another great view of the valley. Vistas everywhere. So when you want to begin the boss fight, just head up here, and this is actually treasure number 10. You don't even have to look for it. The gold idol.
An idol?
And that's going to take you down into the pyramid.
Why am I getting this creepy feeling?
Okay, so I'm gonna fucking health up here, like a champ. So yeah, in my opinion, before we get into it, I guess, this is actually the hardest boss in the entire game. You're gonna want to drop off the back here, because there's a little platform for you to fall on. If you just run off, you're gonna slide off and die, which you don't want. To open these doors, you have to light the torches on both sides. Make sure you open this door first, the one that was behind you when you came down, because the other door lets the boss loose, and this one does not. Last time the game glitched in this section, so I really hope it doesn't do that to me again, or I'll be incredibly pissed.
Whoa, it opened.
So there's a pressure plate
Must
here.
be a pressure switch.
But we don't know what it actually does yet because we haven't opened the other door. So once you're ready, we can begin this boss fight by lighting the other doorway. And once you light both of these, you're going to want to run like hell. Fucking leg it! Get the fuck out of there! And make your way back to the pressure switch.
Snakes. I hate
So,
snakes.
now you know why there are so many snakes on this level. It was coming from this guy. So you're going to want to stand on this thing. Is he going to come at me? Sometimes he doesn't. If he doesn't see you, sometimes he doesn't come out. You fuckhead, I'm over here. Okay, he saw me. So you're going to want to stand on this pressure switch, and that's actually going to hoist up a platform in the area that he came out of. This guy is going to keep slithering around in circles. He can also spit snakes at you like that. If he gets close to you, he'll attempt to bite you. He can also wrap you in a coil, which is an instant death, no matter how high your health is. So yeah, in my opinion, this guy is the hardest boss in the entire game. He's even worse than the final boss. No, why did you pull your pistol out? Fuck, leave me alone. Get up there, you son of a bitch. So now we find part number 3, Azrael's part. And we get a slight reprieve.
Another part of the Babylonian machine. Judging by the glyphs, it even comes with instructions. Let's see. Hearken.
Shut up, Snake. I'm reading.
Verily does my device raise man on high. If ye doubt, seek but the jewels of heaven. Why are these inscriptions always so damn poetic?
Okay, so let's save here since I got the part. And now we can get out Azram's part. And what you're actually supposed to do with this thing is it levitates you, but only on certain areas. Oh god, go away! Go away! So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run to these squares on the floor with the angel-looking things, press the action key, and you can actually get up that way. And now we're on the second level. And this is how you're actually going to kill the snake here. These elevators are going to... Shit! We missed them. These elevators are going to raise a spike when you step on them. And you're going to want to spear the snake through his body. Once he's sliding over it. Get up there. Got him. And you're just going to want to keep doing that over and over again. No, like this boss, he can shoot snakes up here though, so be aware. This boss actually fucking terrified me as a child. When I first encountered this thing, I couldn't play for probably another 3 months. And yeah, like, it is actually like a... Jesus! It's actually a pretty freaky looking thing. Like, even today, running this level, I still get a little bit of anxiety before I face this thing. Why didn't you go over it? Bullshit. I think you have to hit him 6 times with these. Why is he going around all of them? You piece of shit. Most of the snakes he spits on the floor you're going to want to ignore just because, like, you can't stop and kill them, or he'll probably just bite you. Quit going around them. Okay, there you go. Got you, son of a bitch. Ah, Jesus. It just comes out of nowhere. Come on. Go over the spike. That's right. Maybe twice more we gotta hit him. Just so you're aware, there is this exact same section on the other side of the floor as well. On the other side of the room, it's exactly the same thing. So either side, I just find this easier than going back and forth across the room. One more time, I think. Come on. Get your ass over here. Please don't go around this one. Got him! Oh, and he hurt me exploding too. Woohoo! And then a magic door opens up. You can choose to kill his snake spawn here or not. I kind of like to, just to add an accentuation point to the fact that I kicked his ass. And that's pretty much the level. Then you just gotta take the door out, which I think is this way? Is this the right way? No, of course not. It's on the other side of the middle pyramid. But yeah, that is actually, in my opinion, probably the hardest boss in the game. Once you get up to the second level, he's not too bad when you're just stepping on the elevators, but that initial push to the machine part can be a real bitch, because if he gets close to you, he'll just bite you over and over and over again, and you can be dead in like a matter of like 30 seconds. Touching his body hurts you too, I believe. So you're just going to want to hop out here, and that's going to trigger a cutscene that'll end the level. Oh, fuck! All that work.
Smatri, Tovarishchi. We've captured a jungle animal. Careful now, he's a magnificent specimen.
We got captured by the Russians to end the level. So yeah, that's Olmec Valley. It's, like I said, one of the longest and probably biggest levels in the game. It's quite a task working your way up to the boss, and then you got to fight the hardest boss in the game. But yeah, like strategies, like I said, make sure you open that door before you open the door to the boss, because trying to light those things while the boss is following you will be annoying as hell. And just like stay as far away from him as possible. You do not want to get close to that guy, because touching him hurts you, and he will bite the fuck out of you if he gets anywhere near you. But yeah, we're done. Probably the hardest boss in the game, so I'm happy. You may need some med kits after that. I'm not really sure. The next level is actually incredibly short, but there's a ton of combat. It's very combat focused, because we've obviously been captured by Russian dudes. So you're going to be shooting a lot of them. So you may want to stock up on some ammo. Holy shit, I'm low on auto pistol rounds. I'll maybe buy one of those. Maybe some rifle clips. Maybe some shotgun shells. But I think that's good, and I think I'm good for health kits. You may need some for the next level, just because there's a lot of shooting, so if you're bad at combat, you might want to pick some up. Let me pick up some medicinal sprigs. First aid kit. But yeah, that was Olmec Valley, everyone. Thanks for watching.